In this video, I will share 3 scenarios where I prefer to use my smartphone over my $7,000 professional camera. Hey, what's up guys, Julian from smartphonefilmmakingpro.com here, the ultimate online course about smartphone filmmaking. And today we will talk about different times where I actually prefer to use my smartphone over a cinema camera or a big DSLR camera. And now you might be asking yourself, why would anyone ever take a smartphone over a cinema camera? Because if you have a cinema camera, you gotta freaking use it. And to be honest, that's also what I thought before I actually started to use my phone a ton more. A few years ago, my dream was to get a RED camera. And for those of you that don't know what a RED is, this is a very expensive but also very capable cinema camera that they used, for example, to shoot The Hobbit. And a few years back, I thought, man, I need that camera, I want to have it, and I'm gonna take it everywhere and I'm gonna shoot the best freaking shots ever. And well, you only think like that until you have actually used it for yourself once. The camera is awesome, but it is very heavy. This thing is freaking heavy. It's loud, it has a heat exhaust, and have I already mentioned that it's loud? Well, the storage costs so much that is freaking insane, and it's not weather sealed. It eats through batteries, and as I've mentioned, it's super heavy. But now let's finally talk about the first use case where I prefer to use my phone over a cinema camera, and that is when I am traveling. And I know traveling these days is not a common thing, but it was, and it hopefully will be soon again. And if you have ever tried to travel with a lot of batteries and camera gear and stuff and so on, you know that this is a nightmare. With a lot of batteries that you of course have to carry in your hand luggage, you will most definitely be pulled aside and your bag will be checked, and that happens every single time, and this is super annoying. So when I am traveling, I way prefer to just pick my smartphone and maybe a gimbal and add-on lenses, and then nobody will ask you a single question, and that's just way easier. And the second use case where I prefer to use my phone over a cinema camera is when I'm doing real estate work. And yes, this might also sound surprising for you guys, but with our phones these days, you can shoot amazing real estate videos. Usual real estate videos are just several gimbal shots of the rooms showing how big they are and how nice they look and so on. So you will basically shoot most of your shots on a gimbal and an ultra wide angle lens, well, as I've said before, to just make the rooms look bigger than they actually are. And well, you of course can do this easily with your smartphone. For detail shots of the house, I do still prefer to use my big camera just to get some nice shallow depth of field, but for the wide shots, I just prefer using my phone. And the setup time for a smartphone gimbal like this is only like 30 seconds. And for a big camera, this easily takes a few minutes. And I know I get this, it's not a huge difference, but it's still a difference. And in case some of you might be thinking that with a phone you do need a lot more light and that it sucks in low light and so on, well then all I can say is plan your shoots. I would always shoot different rooms at different times of day. Some rooms look best during golden hours and some look best during noontime. So plan your shoots and then you can get amazing results with basically every camera, and for most of the time you do not need to have add-on lights for real estate shootings. And before I come to my last use case where I do prefer to use my smartphone over my camera, I would like to talk very briefly about Smartphone Filmmaking Pro. We are the ultimate online course about smartphone filmmaking. We currently have over 60 tutorials and well over 6 hours of super high valuable content that will step up your smartphone video quality a lot. We cover all the technical aspects that you need to know, we cover some creative techniques to spice up your videos, and we also cover the entire editing part. On a computer, but also directly on your smartphone. And also it doesn't matter if you use an iPhone or an Android phone, we got you covered. And additionally to all that, we have about 10 more videos covering different ways to actually make money filming with your smartphone. So just click the very first link below that like button to watch my totally free webinar where I share the top 5 secrets to shooting cinematic videos with your smartphone. Alright, so let's come to the last scenario where I prefer to use my smartphone over a big camera, and that is on holidays with my family. And on a holiday with my family, well, that's actually where Smartphone Filmmaking Pro had kind of like its birth hour. In the summer of 2019, I was on a summer holiday in Greece with my family, and during this year I was working a lot, so I just didn't want to take my big camera with me and also, keep on working there. However, I still wanted to capture the beautiful holiday, so I only took my iPhone 11 Pro back then and the DJI Osmo Mobile 3, and I used this to capture some moments. And when I was using it, I was actually really surprised with the quality. And later on, I edited a little highlight clip of our trip and I was uploading it to YouTube. And the video surprisingly got a few thousand views, even though back then I had 0 subscribers and I was not uploading any videos. And a few weeks later, the marketing manager of the hotel actually contacted me and told me that they really liked my video and that they want to use my video for their marketing purposes. And just a little reminder, the entire video was shot on a freaking smartphone. And a smartphone is small, it's super easy to use, and the results you can get are amazing. And you definitely do not want to shoot with a big bulky camera that maybe has a heat exhaust on a sandy, salty beach, because tragedies are going to happen. So let me know in which scenario that you would use a smartphone over a big standard camera. And in case you have not subscribed to the channel already, make sure to do so. And in case you have not watched my free webinar yet, make sure to do so because it's jam-packed with value. But that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.